Here in America, work is in trouble. We've offshored our manufacturing, sent away good jobs, and lost so much ability to make things. American Giant is a company that's pushing back against this tide. They make high-quality clothing, sweatshirts, jeans, dresses, jackets, and so much more, right here in the USA. Visit American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order when you use code STAPLE20 at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com, promo code STAPLE20.
Emily, we've got Halloween coming up, one of your favorite holidays, although you're starting to say that you're becoming partial to Christmas, it just makes my heart happy.
It's only, I think, because, I've always loved Christmas, but I have a kid now, so it just gets me excited. All the little magic in their eyes that they'll never lose.
So Nationwide Pet Insurance said there is a massive increase in visits to the emergency vet during the week of Halloween, and that surprised me. I never really thought about that.
I never did either, but it is estimated that thousands of dogs are injured or become ill every year due to Halloween traditions like costumes, decorations, and treats. So I'm assuming that they eat them is why.
That's what I would imagine. If they're getting into the Halloween candy and look, dogs will eat anything. My dog ate socks before. We had to have 2 surgeries on him and have socks removed from his innards. That was always nice.
So they offered some tips. So avoid taking dogs trick-or-treating. Dogs can become frightened by strangers or costumes even. And that might cause them to behave unpredictably. They could potentially bite someone or run away if they feel threatened.
They also say to ensure your dog's costume is safe. The best way to do that is don't put a costume on your dog. No dog likes that.
I think I tried once with my dog and she was not a fan at the time. So I was like, and also it was really hard and I was like, I'm over this.
Yeah. They look hilarious when they're in a costume, but no dog likes a costume. We made Chesney a dinosaur one year and he was not excited about this whatsoever.
I can imagine that. Keep candy out of reach, obviously chocolate, especially dark chocolate, and baking chocolate can be toxic to dogs, which, just chocolate in general, I would keep away.
How many losers are out there giving away baking chocolate for Halloween?
Maybe they want to look like they're giving something away.
Don't go to that house over there. They're giving away baking chocolate. All right, open your pumpkin up or your pillowcase or whatever you're using for a trick or treat. I'll give you a spoonful of baking chocolate.
We're giving like little kits on to make cookies.
Powder flying everywhere and everything else. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Sorry, I was just picturing that.
Why don't you try that this year? Let me know how it goes.
And I'm giving out baking chocolate. Anybody that comes to my house, a big spoonful of powder. It's going to be good. Emily, the forecast today is like your favorite thing in the world because you love fall.
Yes, it is. I just hit myself in the head. It's fine. That's how excited I am.
58 for the high today.
I know, it's perfect.
It's currently 50. So it's only going to get 8
to a
degrees
pumpkin
more.
Patch.
53 tomorrow. It is fall official. I guess it's mid-October, so I shouldn't be surprised.
Is your heat on at home?
It is. I turned it on last night. I knew it was going to get chilly in there if I didn't. Let's get happy headlines. All right, we've got a good start to your Monday with Emily's happy headlines. What do we have going on this week?
So Jenna Fisher, she's Pam from The Office, was diagnosed with breast cancer last December, but after surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation, she's now cancer-free and feeling great.
That's awesome. I love Jenna Fisher.
Me too. Over 800 pets were rescued during Hurricane Milton by the Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, which anything pup related just melts my heart.
So Hillsborough County is the Tampa area, and I saw a story. It was really interesting what happened with Hurricane Milton. There was a house that got blown down, and it was actually by one of the tornadoes that went through Florida, and the people inside did not survive, but the dog was able to be rescued. He was barking under the pile of rubble, so he was adopted already, so that's good. He found a new home.
Okay, that still makes me sad, but good at the same time. An 11-year-old boy in North Carolina named Jamie Parker got buried in rubble when a mudslide hit his grandparents' house during Hurricane Helene. But he's okay after his family's dog found him. His name is Tucker. And he stood where Jamie was and wouldn't budge until firefighters got there and used chainsaws to get him out. Jamie and his sister used their allowance 3 years ago to save Tucker when he was about to be put down at a shelter. So it's almost like he wanted to return the favor. And I'm about to start crying reading that because it's so sweet.
That is the sweetest story ever. That was like the opposite of what I just said. I was like, here's what happened in Tampa. You're like, but have I got a story for you? It's amazing. So dogs are seriously the best.
They really are. They really are.
We have to check in with the Franklin County Dog Shelter again. We had them on air. They've got their sleepovers coming up for the holiday. Let's make sure we get them back on air because those are awesome and I'm sure they could use some help.
How many can I take home with me is the question.
Take them all home. I'm sure your husband would love that. For sure.
I wish I could. I've tried.
Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials. New Country 103.9. She's still banging on me about my explanation of Columbus Day.
I mean, I don't hate it, to be quite honest. I just wasn't expecting it. I just saw that on the sheet and I was like, oh no.
You're like, what is he going to talk about? All right, Emyle, on Monday mornings, she does her end zone recap, which she takes us back to this weekend in football based off what her friends are posting on socials because she does not like football and doesn't understand football. And it's always entertaining. And she said to me this morning, the only one I have to talk about this week is
the Ohio State Buckeyes, because I'll say it. I don't care.
Do we have to talk about it?
We have to, because I would be like doing our listeners a disservice if I didn't.
So you're going to give us your take on what you think. Did you watch the game?
I watched one moment.
What was it? Anything good or just like you saw it on TV as you passed through the room?
I saw it on TV. It looked cool.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
I'll let you know what part of this. Yes. So
Ohio State, Oregon, Emily's end zone recap from a non-football fan taking cues off social media. All right, let's roll with this. None of us want to hear this, but go for it.
You all had a meltdown on Facebook. So thank you. First off, Ryan Day, the coach, needs a new career, apparently, according to half of Ohio. The man can't win a big game. People are really upset because he's apparently not great in big moments with a record of 1-7 versus top 5 teams. I don't know what that means, but people are saying bring back a guy named Cooper, who I'm assuming is an old coach. I don't know. I'll Google that later.
You are hurting everybody's feelings right now with what you just said. Okay.
I'm going off of what I saw. Anyways, Then we got Will Howard. I don't know who that is or why he's involved, but he's being called not nice words that are radio appropriate.
Which is so sad because he's a college kid.
Yes, it is. That's why I'm not saying the words I saw. He's also been told to go back to Kansas, which is also insulting because I'm from Kansas and there's nothing wrong with Kansas.
There's a lot wrong with Kansas.
Anyways,
when's the last time you were in Kansas?
Like 5 years ago.
I was in Kansas like a month ago. It's got a lot. It's got a long way.
Now let's talk defense. From what I can gather, Jim Knowles, again, whoever that is supposed to make sure the Buckeyes stop the other team from scoring, but apparently he's terrible at that as well. People are throwing around words like fraud, which seems a bit harsh, but hey, when your defense reminds fans of bad times, I guess, you end up trending. One of the highlights that I saw was a guy dragged another guy. Did you see that? I walked by with this guy from Oregon, or no, it was the Buckeye. I don't know. One of them was dragging, but Oregon scored then. So I don't know what was going on, but it was intense. Yes. Also, the Buckeyes are apparently being compared to the Dallas Cowboys, which I even know is a whole level of sports pain no one needs. And in short, I'm going to say I actually feel bad for Ryan Day because apparently mistakes are not allowed in college football and everything is his fault. So it doesn't seem fair at all. I feel bad for him, poor guy. Maybe he just needs to listen to us to feel better and start his week off right.
That is Emily's end zone recap. You missed the spitting. I can't believe you didn't get the spitting in there.
Oh, I forgot about that, but that wasn't in my feed.
Oh, okay. Nobody, really?
Yeah, I know, right? Now that you say that.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that
so I kind of thought it wasn't real because no one said anything.
Emily's recap of a painful Ohio State-Oregon game. Actually, it was a great game. It really was.
That's what I'm saying. I would have recapped the Browns and Bengals, but I only saw people freaking out about 1 point.
Those were both terrible games. The Buckeyes game was a great game. It just did not end the way we wanted it to. And look. One more week where you gave us your recap of the game based on what people were talking about on socials, and it was pretty accurate.
This was kind of hard, though, because there were a lot of bad words.
Aside from you saying Kansas has a lot going on for it, it doesn't have a lot going on for it.
No, I take offense to that.
All right, we'll go back to Kansas, Emily. Let's see. New country, fewer commercials. New country 103.9. It is Kirsch and Emyle Monday morning, starting things out with the bro challenge. That is now. Is this a TikTok thing?
Yes, it's another dumb TikTok thing. But you know what? I'm sitting here going, wow, what are we doing wrong? We should just do something silly on TikTok.
We should just film the show and put it on TikTok every day.
Honestly, we should.
We would get our 6 views and not make any money. It'll be great.
Not with that attitude.
Okay, so there's this thing called the bro challenge.
Yes.
It tests how much of a bro someone is based on how they pick up certain objects. Hit me with this. I got to see if I'm a bro.
All right. The bro test is a playful way to determine if someone embodies bro culture by observing their instinctive reactions to everyday objects like loose bag ties, a pair of tongs, or a baseball, where a true bro would instinctively tie the bag, squeeze the tongs together, or catch the ball without hesitation.
Okay.
So I think you're a bro, though, because I could see something being like a bread bag untied. Can't you?
No,
And you would tie it?
I don't tie it. I put the little clamp on there, whatever that thing is, or the twist tie or whatever.
That's what they mean. Oh, I also saw one where you pick up a drill. How you have to just.
No, I think they're talking about, I'm looking at this right now, on TikTok, it's where the bread bag, they're saying bros twist it and then actually tie the bag in a knot.
Oh, I thought they meant just put the twist tie around it.
No, I'm watching the video here, and it's the bro tying the bag in a knot. I don't do that. I put the twist tie.
I don't know any human who does that. So,
if you work in quality control at a candy factory, you know strict safety regulations come with the job. It's why you partner with Grainger. Grainger helps you find the high quality and compliant products your business needs to inspect, detect, and help correct issues. And the sweetest part is, everyone gets a product that's as safe to eat as it is delicious. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
they're weird.
Or you know what I do? I twist it and I fold it under and I lay it down.
Oh, that's a good life hack. Does the bread stay?
Yeah. Okay, so a drill, if I pick up a power drill, it's impossible to pick up a drill and not go with it.
I know, exactly. Well, I mean, you're a bro then. Maybe I'm a bro too, because I would do this. Actually, no, I wouldn't do it. That would scare me.
Pair of tongs, you've got to click them.
Yes.
You've got to click them when you pick them up.
You have to.
Do you click them?
Yeah, I do.
You're a bro too. Look at this.
I know.
And it says if somebody throws a baseball at you, you catch it without hesitation. Well, I don't want to get hit in the face. Of course I do.
I run from it.
You run from it?
No, I'll like duck, but I'm also not taking the bro test, so.
Oh, okay. Well, you just didn't pass it because you turned out you're a bro. You drill and you click your tongs.
I mean, but the drill, I also should. I don't know if I would do that thinking about it because that might scare me.
Just say it
Heavy
with me
machinery.
here. Be like, yeah, I'm a bruh.
I'm a bruh.
Yeah, what's up, bruh? There you go. Yeah, man.
I can't wait till my son is old enough to start saying that.
Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. Get ready if you haven't stepped outside this morning. You're still getting ready. It is cold this morning. It's not going to be very warm this week, but it's mid-October, so I guess we have to be ready for this at this point, right? So, Kristen McFarland from 10 TV joining us in the studio again this morning. And I'll tell you what, last week, Kristen started joining us, and we're like, you have to come back, and you have to join us on Monday mornings because she is, I'm going to call her a local big brain when it comes to motivation. And,
I know, I'm loving it.
And all that kind of stuff. Joining us again this week. We started this last week, Kristen, and thanks for coming back in to talk about some things that are super important, especially for women as we get started on a Monday morning. You've been big about goals and accomplishments and achievements and getting where you want to be, and there's a lot behind that. You do this on Instagram. If you want to share your Instagram, or if people want to look this up and follow you, where do they go?
Kristen Marie McFarland. You can look me up on Instagram. You'll find me. You'll see a blonde-haired girl talking a lot of nonsense.
But it's not nonsense.
It's not nonsense. I was like,
that's where I found you originally and said, you know what, we need to have you on air to talk about this. Today it's all about staying motivated and consistent and chasing your goals. And you know, if you could tell folks one thing that you've shared maybe on socials, or just that's gotten you where you've been? What would you want to share?
So here's the reality of this situation. Not every day are we going to wake up and we're going to feel $1 million and we're going to want to do the hard work and we're going to want to, get into our running shoes and run, and we're going to need to do the things that we said we wanted to do. We're not always going to be motivated. Motivation fluctuates, right? It comes and it goes. It's the discipline that's going to keep you where you want to go and keep you where you want to be going. So I think that, if we focus less on how we feel about, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? And stick to what you set out, whether that's you've wrote it down, you've said it in the mirror, stick to those things that you truly have wanted to do. Keep that discipline there, because again, that motivation is going to come and it's going to go. It's, it's not always there. Not every day you wake up and you're like, I want to do this.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
One of us does.
Yeah, Emily's like, I do, but maybe not Kirsch over there. Good Lord. No, but that's so true. Do you write your goals down?
Yeah, I think a huge thing is putting it down, pen to paper, however you do it. Maybe you write it in your notes on your phone. Maybe you write it down. But if you can go back and reflect on those things and be like, they're right here. I can see them. I can hold them. I truly think that's a way of also keeping yourself accountable, right? If you write something down, you are more likely to remember it, to go with it, than if it's just a thought in your head, because that's
I forget
so
those all the time.
Yeah, exactly. We all have those.
Yes.
Like, I want to do this and I want to do this. No, write it down and keep yourself accountable.
The other part of that is distraction. If you can have all the drive and all the motivation in the world, but look, your phone's always going off.
Exactly.
Things like that. So it's easy to get distracted. So write them down. Do you write your goals down, Emily?
I do.
I should probably start doing that.
I write them lots of places, honestly.
On the back of a napkin, on my mirror with my expo
when
marker.
I'm driving, it seems to be when I get all my ideas. So Siri writes them down horribly in my notes, but at least I can speak my own language, right? So,
and I think this is kind of sounds crazy too, but if you stand in the mirror and say your goals to yourself and kind of reflect them back to you, like that mirror talk is huge, because you need to tell yourself, it's not about what the world thinks about you. It's between you and you. Those are the goals. That's what matters.
Kristen McFarland joining us every Monday morning with some things to push you a little in the direction that you want to go.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah.
There we go.
I think that's what we're doing.
Dreams work.
It's good stuff. Kristen, always good to have you on with Kirsch and Emily. We'll be back next week with even more insight on how you can make the day, the week, the month, the year better. All right? It's New Country. Fewer commercials. New Country 103.9. So we were just talking about Anderson Cooper off air.
I love Anderson Cooper. I know. I don't look at me like that.
Why do you love Anderson Cooper? Let's dig into this a little bit.
I don't know. There's just something about him. But I cannot get over this. This is what goes in the mind of Emily, right? Why was he out doing Hurricane Milton coverage?
Why wouldn't he be?
He's not a field reporter.
For Hurricane Milton,
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw he got hit by. What did he get hit by?
Debris or something. But don't you think that's beneath him?
No.
I do. I feel like he's above going out in the field.
Why?
Because he's the anchor of CNN, I think.
So, send him out in the field.
Do you think he wanted to?
Let me ask you this. If John Boy said to you, Emily, I want you to go report on the flood that's happening downtown. If the Scioto River was to flood and John Boy
Anderson Cooper status, so I would do it.
You are part of the morning show. You are the anchor of Country 103.9. Is that beneath you?
No, but I also I haven't been we're also just a Columbus radio station. We're not a national news desk.
But it'd be reporting on Columbus.
Okay, you always do this where you
so it's beneath Emily. If anything happens, she ain't going out. She's like, I'm going to sit here.
That is not my attitude at all, and you know it. I would take one for the team.
Me.
Okay, but this is what, I have to have disclaimers when talking to you. I know you're going to make sense whenever I text you something or give you a thought. You're about to come back with logic. But sometimes I just want to talk.
Did you have Channel 1 when you were in school, in high school or whatever? Did that still exist?
Yes, it did, but now it's Spectrum News.
What is Spectrum News?
Spectrum. If you have Spectrum, you have Spectrum News on Channel 1, I think.
Okay, I don't have Spectrum, so I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. Anyhow,
So now I'm curious what other people have as Channel 1.
No, Channel 1, the reason I bring that up is because Anderson Cooper, that's where he started. He was an anchor on Channel 1 when I was in, high school.
Wow. Also, you're bringing me to my next point. I didn't realize he was a Vanderbilt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got schooled on that all this weekend.
Even more reason he needs to be leveled, brought down to earth by getting hit by a hurricane.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Not
I feel
level,
like there are
but level-headed.
There are other people out there who want to make it in the news world who I feel like would have just preferred that opportunity.
Yeah,
maybe.
Anderson ruined it for them.
I just figured it was okay. The mind of Emily and getting schooled by Kirsch.
Well, if you're looking for a way to start your day with the creepy crawlies, I think Emily's got it for you. It's New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. You were telling me this before we got on air, and I'm like, okay, this is just nasty. It's a story that you came across about why people shouldn't make their bed in the morning.
Okay, so yes, a doctor apparently on TikTok. We didn't have an actual doctor, and I've realized, to diagnose all of this, by the way. A doctor
we really
says
do, because we put too much faith and too much trust in TikTok. Everything's like a doctor on TikTok says, and everybody's like, oh. Okay.
So a doctor says you shouldn't make your bed as soon as you wake up in the morning. And he took to TikTok, obviously, to share why. Basically, when we sleep, we sweat a lot. And if we make the bed immediately, it traps all that moisture, creating a cozy spot for dust mites to survive and reproduce. Your face right now.
Ew.
Instead, the doctor suggests letting your bed breathe for 30 minutes to an hour to let the moisture dry up and help reduce their numbers. So if you're listening, husband of mine, this is why I don't make my bed every morning.
Ew. That's all I can say about this. That's nasty.
I'm not reading that last part, so.
Do you want me to read it?
Sure.
According to the doctor, our beds contain millions of dust mites that feast on our flesh overnight.
I'm going to go change my sheets when I get home.
Yeah, so...
I'm going to change them every day.
What? Have you heard the eyelash thing? That there are a bunch of mites that live on your eyelashes?
Yes. Yes,
that's nasty. We're so gross. We're all disgusting.
Mine are fake though, Kirsch, so you know.
Oh, okay. So they're fake, so there's no mites on them. You're like,
I'm just saying.
Not on my lashes. Not at all.
They're fine.
Those are fake?
Huh.
I just thought that they were wildly
out there.
Impressive.
Okay. You're so nice to me.
Mine are fake too.
Oh yeah, I know. I didn't want to say anything though.
Well, I got them done last week. I was like, I need some new lashes. There you go. No, they look fantastic.
Thank you.
And they look very mite free.
I mean, I hope that freaks me out. So I need to go just clean everything. Do you ever do that? You hear something gross, you're like, I just need to go clean it all.
Clean everything. It doesn't matter. These little mites are so small they'll make it through. We're going to go 103 minutes commercial free next. We're going to kick that off with Blake and Gwen. Jordan Davis coming up too. Kirsch and Emily Monday morning with New Country. Fewer commercials. New Country 103.9. I'm going to go barf after that.